Okay, so welcome back. I am not very good at intros. So where we last left off, we were in this village, and I was debating on whether I should stay because of this ravine. Now, I have immediately forgotten how I wanted to structure this intro. I had it all planned out, roughly, but basically, in the last video, which was basically... Okay, so basically, I had this world, and it was to serve two purposes. One, to be background footage for just the video, so there was something to watch, and also to help me get better at live commentary. So, in a sense, the world kinda has done what it needed to do, and along the... In the whole video, which is a grand total of like 50 minutes, we discovered quite a few villages in some rather awkward places. Like there was an acacia village with like 3 houses, and we ended the video here in this one, which is fairly nice, minus the ravine. And I was contemplating actually staying here because of that ravine, or like going off, continuing to explore and find yet another village. And I was thinking about doing that off camera, and then when I started recording of this episode, I would then of course be in said village that I would have wanted to settle down in or something like that. But I thought, no, I'll actually do this on camera so you can see the process, because what I want to do is just crank up the render distance, find hopefully something, and then we'll be good. Oh, there's a wooden portal here, that's nice. So the goal for this video, I am not sure. Hopefully just find a safe village to settle down in, maybe improve my live commentary, and yeah, that's really about it. I don't really have much of a plan except find a nice village where I can get some basic stuff. Golden carrots. Sword is okay. I don't have that, so maybe that'll be alright. Okay, we've already got flint and steel. I mean, that might be a little bit better. Gold is about as good as leather anyway, so it's literally up for debate on what you want. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this carrot away. I don't need that. I can always get more if I need to. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to a high spot and hopefully find something suitable. I might go over to that hill over there actually. Ooh, that's that. Ooh, now this is nice, an underwater ravine. That is actually really cool. We'll just simply intersect with the river. That is nice. I like this. You know, again, I made this world just so there was something to play. I wasn't actually intending on continuing on with this, but I think it's going. There's a cherry grove over there. Nice. Get cherry wood. Wouldn't that be nice? Ooh. Okay, yeah, get up here, have a look around, and if there's a nice village nearby, we can get all that. And then, yeah, because we've already got a bit of cherry, but actually being next to a cherry grove would also be really nice. Yeah. Okay, so a couple things to mention. In the previous video, right at the beginning, I mentioned that it was, of course, 2 years since my last upload. I misread that. It was actually 3. So, just knock everything back a year. Oh, hi. What do you want? What are you selling? Nothing useful. I'm not gonna need jungle. I'm not gonna need glowstone. Nah. Oh, this is literally just that hill. Oh, okay. And as expected, there's nothing around here. Okay, that leaves either that village over there, or I could go up onto this place and have a look. I think I'll have a look up here, see what there is. So, yeah, I'll do that, and I think I'll try and do a bit more editing, like cutting out all the boring parts of just swimming, especially when I'm just going to be trying to fill in talking when there's just absolutely no need to. So I think I'll do that. So I'll see you when we get to the top. Okay, I am back, and as you can see behind me, we have one acacia village, which is not what I wanted, but okay. But we also have another acacia village all the way over there. And then I looked over here, we have a jungle, which is okay. But we have another plains village all the way over here, which just borders what I believe that's a sparse jungle. So this village with the ravine is just all the way over there, so we'll be fine. So if this village is not okay, I'll see what there is in this surrounding area. I'm on render distance of 64, by the way. It's just oh so nice to be on such a high render distance thanks to sodium. So we'll go over here, see what there is, and if this village isn't really any better than this one, then what I might do is just decide between the two, because I don't want to be, you know, running around for ages looking for what is effectively the perfect village. I have the food to do so, and I have a bed to sleep through the night, but that's just really boring, and even when not recording, that's just going to waste potentially hours just trying to find the right village. So I'll pause here again, and I'll just make my way over to that village. Okay, I am in the village, as you can see, and it's pretty decent. This one even has a blacksmith, so it seems to be good. I've just got here, so I'll have a look around, see what there is. But from the looks of things, it does seem to be a whole lot better, especially considering there's no ravine running right through the middle. That tree will need to go. We've got this is a big village. There's a Badlands over there. Oh wow. The old mesa biome. I remember when it was called mesa biomes. Let's go back. Wow. The jungle is nice. Having something up there, maybe? Like, maybe just some sort of house. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have a cave here as well. Alright, I'll have a look up here, and then I'll check the blacksmith chest, see what there is. Got a desert biome over there. I haven't knocked the render distance back down to 48, I'm still on 64, but it's fine, I don't really need to worry about it. There's a desert village over there, that's quite nice. That's of course where it came from, which is crazy. This is why I like such a high render distance. You get to see all sorts you'd never see. Weird enough, I'm not really paying attention to the mini-map in the corner. That's just... what the... okay. Alright, that's nice. That's world generation for you. Cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there's not really much out here. Decent jungle, so I've got access to bamboo, jungle wood, acacia wood, birch wood, oak wood, cherry wood, because we have saplings. The only thing we don't really have access to is spruce, but that's fine. There's a hole here. But yeah, this is actually really nice. I could work with this. Is it just the one village? Seems to be just the one village. Nice coastal looking one as well. If that is actually just like an ocean that's surrounding this, then that is a very nice coastal village. That could be cool. Like, one of the things I've wanted to do is have a world that isn't just like world with cool connections to village and stuff. I want like there to be some sort of story behind it. You know how some YouTubers have stories in their worlds that explain things, that builds, and it just adds more character to the world. I kind of want to try something like that, but I'm not really too fussed about it. There's a zombie there. Oh no. Oh no, zombie, whatever will I do? There's another 2. If this salt had mending on it, we'd be fine. Yeah, that's it. Come out here. Come out here. I say as I knock them back into the dark pit. There we go. Okay, either this is... No, it's just where some zombies have spawned. That's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, this isn't much here. Right, I will check the blacksmith chest and then we'll get ourselves sorted, I suppose. Where's the farmer? There's the farmers. A few farmers. Oh yeah, there's 2 composters there, so that accounts for 2 of them. And then I think I saw a couple more composters over here. Could be wrong. Unless I'm thinking about somewhere else. I don't know. You, my good sir. Ah, there's 2 bells. Okay. Alright, what's in here? Just bread. That's kinda terrible. That is... Ooh, that's one of the worst blacksmith chests I've seen. Not even like any piece of iron armor. Wow. Okay, no worries. We can work with this. Good water connections, I suppose. Let me just use FreeCam, because I do have a FreeCam mod, which I can use to just get an aerial view of things. It can't phase through blocks, so I don't count as cheating, and this is my own world anyway, so I don't know, deal with it. Okay, so the village ends about here. It's a weird cliff, that's fine. So let's put 2 compost. 3 and 4 over there, I see. It's becoming nighttime again, okay. We're in Portal. I probably won't abuse FreeCam too much. I kind of don't like to, because I like to just get up high and actually see that way. But for just getting aerial views of things, it's actually rather nice to do that. Like for instance, if I'm just in this house, I could like go into FreeCam, get a nice aerial view of this village. For instance, do that, toggle shaders or something, and then there we go. You know, that's thumbnail worthy. That'll do. Wait for stuff over there to generate in. Yep. And thumbnail. Literally that easy. Okay. So I assume there's not enough beds in this village, but that is fine. I did see plenty of wheat, so that is... Well, I say wheat, the blocks, yeah, those. I did see plenty of that, and we already have absolutely loads anyway, so we don't need to worry about that. Now, are you selling an axe or sword? Ooh. Okay, that's not terrible, actually. Fire spec 1, sharpness 2. Not the best, but better than this, which simply just has knockback. Fire spec 1, sharpness 2. Great. I'm gonna place these here. Buy one. I could buy an axe, but I'm not going to. I don't need one. What we do need is storage. My god, I don't have any... This is the problem since I was running around for like 50 minutes in the previous video. I was just running around without thinking about storage. So, where are we going to set up some temporary storage? My preferred option is to simply just commandeer a house. I'm like, yeah, this is my house now. I might take this one, actually. It's a little out of the way. And the harder it is for villagers to get to me, the better. Let's just get rid of this. Yeah, sure, do that. Do that. And we already have a furnace. Okay. Not the most elegant of solutions, but it will do. So everything that we can offload into here will do that. There's a... Ooh, water... Ooh. there's this. Now this looks interesting. This does look interesting. How far down does that go? Okay, that's just the... It keeps going down here. What is this? This looks cool. Okay, there's some iron. And there's at least a safe way back up. This is actually really nice. I like this. I am going to land here. Grab this iron. Maybe make an iron pickaxe, I'm not sure yet. Because this is the thing about villagers, they're just stupidly powerful for what they are. All I need to do is like have a stone axe, get myself a bunch of sticks, and then boom. Plenty of emeralds for days. This just keeps going, wow. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna light up here. Get this. And then... yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could do a mining montage, I suppose, so... yeah, sure, why not mining montage? Here we go. Okay, I am back from the mining session. It wasn't a very long one, but what we have got is just over 2 stacks of iron that we are currently smelting. We've got just over half a stack of gold. We found a geode, and we will be able to get melon and pumpkin seeds. Well, melons and pumpkins from these melon and pumpkin seeds. So we can set up a farm later, get plenty of emeralds, sort all that out, bish bash bosh. So the reason I got so much iron is to make an anvil, because I actually want to show just how broken this mod is, where you can combine the enchantments together, and it's additive. Let me know if I'm wrong. Sharpness 2 plus sharpness 2 in the base game, unmodded, will just give me sharpness 3. However, with the mod, sharpness 2 plus sharpness 2 gives me sharpness 4. So, it is considerably more powerful for what it is, at the cost of it, quite literally, costing a lot more levels. Anyway, anvil is made. Let's see, enchantment cost 30, enchantment cost 30. And as you can see, it's powerful, but it costs a lot of levels. Again, into the hundreds, but because the anvil tops out at 40 before it says too expensive, I won't actually know how much it will cost beyond level 40. But seeing this simply as is, you get an idea on how powerful this can be. And yes, it can go past the max levels, as I have already mentioned. As for what I'm going to be using the majority of this iron for, the toolsmith. That's about it, because That's going to be very powerful for getting plenty of emeralds. Unfortunately, I need to buy all of his axes. And we also don't have a Fletcher. And weirdly enough, with all the spiders I killed, which wasn't many, but I killed at least a couple of them, I didn't get any string. This happens all the time. And tell me if it's happened to you, but every time you needed to get some string from spiders, they just don't drop anything. Either that or just the spider eyes. Never string. And that is literally what has happened here. I don't have any string. And it's like, why? Why would you do this? I wouldn't have even minded finding something like a dungeon. That would have been suitable. But no. You sell redstone. I've already got plenty of redstone. Which I don't actually know what I'm going to do with, because I don't know how to use redstone very well. At the most, I'll probably make an automatic Millennium Pumpkin farm. But that's about it. I don't really know how to do anything else beyond that. Sure. Sure. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that is that sorted. I don't actually have a... I don't have a shovel. Not a problem. And they're stuck. Fantastic. Out you go. Come on, out. God. I think that... How are they getting themselves stuck? They're going up here. Most likely falling onto this tree. And then getting... Yeah, you're about to go do it, aren't you? Where are you going? Oh, you're going to the bed. You're going to my bed? Wow. Okay, I see how it is. I'm just going to get rid of this tree. There, sorted. Pig can stay in there, that's not my problem. You spawn there, you live there. Okay. I am not quite sure what to do now, because now it's just the whole waiting process, like everything else. You wait to do things. You wait a bit more. I need 1, 2, 3. Good. 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 Okay. I could do a little more actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, perfect. Wow. Okay. That's that. Got a basic farm, I guess, set up. So now I guess it's back to waiting. I get string. So the reason I wanted string is for Fletcher, because they're the ones that have the stick trade. And of course I don't have any string. I guess what I could do, there's an idea. Because I'm next to a jungle, there is so much jungle wood that I could try and convert into sticks. That would be nice. It's just the jungle wood is a pain to deal with. I don't know what I'm going to do title-wise, because this is technically the second episode. Even though I only had this world as a means of having background footage and to help improve my live commentary. But despite that, it's still a suitable world to stay on, rather than make a whole new world just for a Let's Play series. I might as well stick with the world that I created rather than starting all over again. And yeah, what I could do actually is just use this series as a editing test bench, really. Like with the time-lapse, for instance. I have an idea on what I want to do. I want to do the whole where like you break a block and then the edit cuts to the next block being broken. So it's just the breaking sounds of each block. I don't know what the editing style is called, if there even is a style for that. 9, 18, 27. Never mind, there goes my wooden pickaxe. Oh well. Shame, I was going to hold on to that. Okay, but there is a good amount of jungle. It's getting dark. But yeah, I don't know the editing style, but it's something that I at least want to try. I probably won't do that though, because I'm personally just not a fan of that editing style. I feel like there's just... It's too much effort for what it's worth. Like, yeah, it's nice, and it's very fancy, but so is a traditional time-lapse. All I need to do is just speed up the footage, mute it if I need to, and then add in like a piece of music, presumably copyright free, hopefully. Although in today's landscape of YouTube, I don't know if that's possible. You know, I should really find a mod that fixes bamboo saplings. Not bamboo, jungle saplings. My god. Bamboo saplings. Jungle saplings. Because when these things were first introduced, they were the only big tree of its type before spruce came along. So to compensate for the massive trees, the rate of saplings, I believe, is 2.5%, whereas all the other tree types, I believe, are at 5%. I'm too lazy to go check the wiki. Yeah, I'll take some bamboo. Why not? I'll take bamboo. Bamboo's good. That might actually be a better source, to be honest, because I can spam plant that. Tell you what, I'll take both. Both sources are better. End goal, I think, is going to be like a house up here, because I think having a house up there, it'd be nice to have a good view, especially of that desert village that's all the way over there. I'm probably going to go have a look at it at some point. Maybe not in this episode, but definitely at some point. When I'm a bit more settled down and have this village set up a bit better. Because I've only got like one good villager here. And it's not the best. Like having a single farmer. Like, nah, I'm good, thanks. Just get rid of this, so you can actually drop your saplings, thank you. I'll place you there though, so you can go somewhere else. Right. They're stuck in the pen again. Okay, they must be yeah, they must be fine on this one. Out you go. No, not you. You asked for that. Alright, out you go. Food. Look how fast bamboo grows. It's crazy to think that in the real world, at least, I believe you can not just see the bamboo grow in real time, but you can also hear it grow. I could be completely wrong about that. Especially the hearing part. Is it possible to actually hear plants grow? 9, 18, 27, 36. I don't actually know if it's possible to hear plants grow, but if it is, then, oh god. Yeah, I think this might be our source of wood. Just a bamboo farm. Okay, let me go off on episode length. I am not sure how long to strive for. Because back when I used Bandicam, I was of course using the free version, hence the watermark that appears up top. And the limit on Bandicam free version is 10 minutes. So in like the first few episodes that I made, I just stuck with the 10-minute limit because I just didn't really know what else to do. And then I got the idea of simply just making 2 10-minute recordings and editing them together. Now that I don't have any sort of restriction at all, and I can just record for as long as I want with OBS, so long as I have hard drive space for it, I can record for as long as I want, and there'll be no watermark. So, with that in mind, I don't really know how long I should make a video for. I could aim for something like 25-ish minutes, 20-25 minutes, because that should be able to get enough information in, and then it will be too long that people will like click off and stuff and be like, yeah, I'm done. Maybe if I wanted like specials or something like that, I don't know. I'm thinking too far ahead of this, but yeah, I think the problem is I want to get something somewhat substantial done in each episode before I move on to the next one. And if I don't feel like I've done that, then I'll simply just keep on recording. And then by the time I have done something substantial, it's like, oh, an hour's passed. And I think realistically what I need to do is simply just edit that down. So even if I do record for like an hour or two, it's going to get edited down into something like a 20-minute video. So I shouldn't need to worry, hopefully. It's just making sure that I get everything set up. And in the early game anyway, it is kind of slow. But maybe I want to take it a bit slow, to be honest. I don't really like rushing things. Like, we're on day 12 right now. Day 12, I could very easily, I say easily, I could be getting, like, diamond tools and armor right about now. But I don't really have any need to. And I also don't have what I need to get that. So it's kind of a catch-22. But anyway, should I make a shield actually? I'll make a shield just to be on the safe side. Probably won't need it, but can never be too careful. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna look for spiders. Hopefully get some string, and then I can make a fletching table and finally convert all of this into usable sticks that can be traded, because there's actually a good amount of unemployed villagers here. Oh, that was... Cheers, big lad. Right, spiders. Spiders, spiders. A creeper. Don't want a creeper, I want spiders. Well, you just killed a spider. I'll go see if there's any string. Probably not. Yep, there's nothing there, of course. Okay, there's a spider here. String. Good, good, good. That's actually all I need. I don't need anything else. I can run away now. I can go home, sleep, and that's it. Oh god, there's a few zombies. Is that a zombie? No, that's just 2 zombies. It's fine. I find zombie sieges to be quite rare, actually. Actually, there's a good amount of zombies. Maybe this is a zombie siege. There's 2 here, 2 there. 1 there. This might actually be a zombie siege. Hang on. Is this a zombie siege? The minimap isn't exactly helping. It's telling me what mobs are what. It just tells me that hostile mobs are red, and that's it. Is this a zombie siege? Doesn't... that might have been one. There's a zombie over there. I'm only on normal difficulty though, so I don't know. I'll have to check the wiki, see what it says about zombie sieges. Anyway, get out. Right, make a fletching table. Hello, family room. Okay, this mod that actually tells me the names. It's what are you called? Music notification. Now 1.21.9 I think it is, or maybe 21.4. I don't actually know which version actually added it in, but the newer versions have this notification of what is currently playing by default now. It's just an option you can turn on in the game as is. And it's weird because without this, you basically have no idea what it's even called. It's such a weird thing. Okay, what do you... Carrots is a good trade though. Okay, right, we've got our fletching table down, so we can get a fletcher for later on. Oh no. Oh no. What a shame, and of course it's raining. Good job I killed them then, damn. Wow. Okay. Right. So we'll wait a little bit longer. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just simply pause recording, saves recording time, and I'll let you know when I've actually got a Fletcher. Okay, so it turns out I'm an actual idiot. This is clearly not a fletching table, this is a loom. Is this my punishment for getting it completely wrong? I have been at this for at least a good 2 minutes now. I genuinely do not know how I managed to screw that up. Clearly, that was obviously a loom. It even said that it was a loom. And yet I didn't listen at all. So, yeah, that's a thing. How long is this going to take? My God. Finally. Thing is, this is a 1 in 10 chance. There we go. Wow. That just kept on going. And that was at least 1.5 minutes of additional mining that I was doing. Fletching table. There we go. Again, I don't even know how I managed it, because it literally says there's a fletching table at the bottom. And the loom clearly said that it was a loom. So I'm not sure how I managed that, but there we go. We have a fletching table now. So I can finally wait for a Fletcher. There we go. Hopefully you have the stick trade, which you don't. Why would you have a stick trade? Alright, I'll get back to you when there is a stick trade going. Now, while we wait for a stick trade, I just want to go over something that some of you probably remember. Not from me, but just in general, Minecraft. One thing that I would have loved to do is have an AFK fish farm. Reason being is that I can just let it do its thing, say while I'm off camera and I need to get a bunch of things for when I get around to recording, because that will just save a whole load of time, and then I can just get to doing things when I actually start recording stuff. And again, as I said, you can still do these AFK fish farms, it's just that they're no longer as powerful as what they used to be, being that you can really only get like actual fish and the junk items. You can no longer get the treasure enchants. You can only get the treasure items from AFK fish farming, because they changed the mechanics of how that worked, and I believe that was all the way back in, I believe 1.15, maybe 1.16, I'm not sure. So, as much as I would have loved to make an AFK fish farm, it's just not a viable option anymore. And while there are alternatives that basically get around this whole limitation, they're so convoluted. It's just like, I'd rather not. I would love to just have the simple AFK fish farm and be done with it. But yeah, that's just a little thing. Oh, we have a Fletcher. I never noticed. Do you have a stick trade? Yes. Good, good, good. Very good, very good. You give us a bow, that's fine. I don't really need a bow. Actually, I could do with a bow, but I don't need one. Alright. Now that we have that, I'm gonna go check out this ruin portal that's over here that I spotted earlier. And then I think I will call the episode here, because there isn't really much more to do, and I could keep recording essentially indefinitely, as I said, but that will just drag on way too long. So I'm going to end it after I've checked this ruin portal, which I've lost. There it is. At the next episode, I'll probably head over to that desert village, see what there is, and yeah, maybe I'll head to the Nether depending on how things go. I believe I have enough obsidian. I'll check this and then I'll check my obsidian supply back at temporary base. And then, yeah, that'll definitely be more than enough obsidian now. On all this... hang about. All this needs is just is like 1, 1, 2. This just needs 2 pieces of obsidian, and then this is a functioning portal. I've got 4. I could go to the Nether right now if I wanted to. Holy. Okay, that's a thing. That's nice. Nice to know. I won't do that here. Though. I'm gonna make a portal elsewhere. And even if I get this portal set up, it may be too close. Actually, it might not be too close, but it just won't be worth it to have this portal around when I'll just have the main portal anyway. I'll take the chest though, because I might as well. So I definitely have enough obsidian now, because I'm sure I had at least 10 in the chest. Ah, supply is 8. Okay, that's actually lower than I thought. So I don't have enough for a portal and a enchantment table, but at the moment that is not a problem. We can work with what we've got. Place that. I'm sorry I need to interrupt you because I need to sell more sticks. Thank you very much. There we go. You're obviously not perfect. I could take a bow. I mean, yeah, I could take a bow, but I'm gonna get plenty of bows anyway when I make something like a mob grinder. Don't know where I'm gonna make one, mind you. But that is a plan that I'd like to do. Have a mob grinder. I'll figure somewhere to put it. I might put it like over on that side above the hill. Let me go into FreeCam and have a look. Because I don't know what's over here. Ah. Okay, there's water. I think the land as well, being as hilly as it is, it could be a problem. I could do it over here, maybe. Like, I obviously don't want this to be close to the village. Maybe if I do it over here. Like, let's see how low down this is. Because this appears to be like some sort of underwater cave. Yeah, maybe over here, because it's quite flat anyway. And this appears to go quite deep. So if I do it over here, it'll be far enough away where I won't need to worry about anything. And most importantly, it's going to be high up anyway. So I think that's the plan. Farm will be over there somewhere. All I need to do is get the sheer amount of blocks required for one. Right. Okay. We've made at least a bit of progress. Done a mining session, so there's at least a good chunk of stuff for me to edit. So, yeah, I think I will call it here. Again, I have no idea how long this is going to be, so DaVinci Resolve is actually going to basically tell me how long everything is combined and edited down. So, yeah. Again, no outro. Never know how to do outros. So, yeah, thanks. Bye.